It's a very, very close championship battle going on in the Fiestas. Graham Jennings leads the championship, but on pole for this one at Oulton is Gareth Downing, who's in second place in the title race.
Whoever wins the championship will be the one out of the last 5 races. I think realistically, if you win 3 rounds out of the 5, then you know we stand a chance of winning the championship. So I've got to finish in every round now, so just drive to finish.
The Broseley driver in his Team Mobil 1 at Halford's car on pole position, with alongside him Graham Jennings, the championship leader. And as they get underway, they will charge into the first corner. That's the way it stays by the looks of it. Gareth Downing with the initial lead ahead of Jennings, with Jason Minshaw diving down the inside. In fact, Minshaw moving up into second place on this his home circuit. Yellow flags in the background. We've got cars all over the place. Mike Gorton is involved in that. And, well, cars all over the place involved in it, in fact, as Paget's car, number 23, seems to be stuck underneath the number 17 car of Keith Chapman. And as Chapman manages to get underway again, but it does rather look as though Phil Paget has ended up stuck there. Yes, there you are. Phil Paget's car is pushed away, and the red flag comes out, unsurprisingly, with cars off all over the place, and everybody trying to make it back to the pits. There's Mike Gorton's car in a right old state, and this is what happened. This is down on board with Tony Reeder. Bosh, straight into Mike Gorton. There was nowhere to go, and then somebody into Reeder, bang, and we've got 8 cars involved in all. There is Tony Reeder's car with a bit of subtle engineering going on the start for the restart, and Colin Stankham also looked as though he was involved in it somewhere along the line as well. So it's a 7-lap restarted race, and once again Gareth Downing trying to get away from pole position cleanly. Graham Jennings, though, this time managing to go around the outside of Downing and take the lead, but now Downing comes back at him, and Downing goes back ahead of Graham Jennings. These two battling in the championship. They've got to watch out for Jason Minshaw. Minshaw is 3rd in the championship, and there he is in 3rd place on the road as well. Peter Salvy's not far behind, but look at that. Jennings has managed to, well, he's dropped back a bit. Gareth Downing has opened up quite a lead. Meanwhile, other battles going on further back with Mark Upton, and indeed Peter Salvy's dropped right down behind him now. So that's disappointing for Salvy, 5th in the championship at the moment. Across the line they go, and the flag out as the win goes to Gareth Downing. Graham Jennings in 2nd place, and Jason Minshaw 3rd.
Get away on the first lap and lead, then I wouldn't have any troubles, you know, from qualifying times. You know, I could keep everybody behind. But the second start didn't go so well, and Graham dropped in the lead on the first lap, so I followed him round, and luckily for me he missed a gear going up Clear Hill, so I managed to sneak past, and from then on it was just staying out in front.
From the start line.
On to the next round at Thruxton then, and Gareth Downing won round 13, which we don't see, but he's on pole once again for round 14 ahead of Jason Minshaw, Peter Sowerby and Mark Upton as they head off into the first corner. Can they get through there cleanly? Ray Grimes in the number 42 car sneaks through there fairly cleanly, no problems at all. In fact, Ray Grimes moving up. He overtakes Mark Upton as they come up towards the chicane and gets through safely. But our race leader, oh, we've got a spinner. That is indeed Tony Reeder in the number 8 car, but it's Gareth Downing who's leading, but Jason Minshaw coming up to overtake, but Minshaw loses it under braking and turning into the chicane. Minshaw, well, loses control of it. He was 2nd in the previous race here, but loses a chance of taking the lead. Now we've got a battle between Peter Sowerby and Gareth Downing. Sowerby in the number 11 car, putting Gareth Downing under increasing pressure around the back of the circuit. Down into Church Corner, taken virtually flat out in the Fiestas, and you can see Downing moving to the right to protect his line. And this really is a tight contest between these two. Peter Sowerby, who's been consistently up there all year, hasn't won a race yet, but he's been very, very close on several occasions. And meanwhile, hopping over the chicane, bang over the chicane, and in trouble. The number 96 car, that of Simon Strang. Well, in fact, no, that's Mark Fogarty, of course. Mark Fogarty in the guest car. And, oh dear, Mark Fogarty, the journalist, going out but managing to rejoin, in fact, get back into the race. And there's Ray Grimes. He's got on the dirt and he's gone wide and he shoots across onto the grass on the inside, goes miles off onto the infield. Ray, I know exactly how you feel. I did that in the Vauxhall Lotus car once. Takes him ages to get back onto the circuit, and meanwhile the battle is going on up front between Peter Sowerby and Gareth Downing, and Sowerby it is who comes through to take his first win of the year, ahead of Downing and Gorton in third place. Jason Binshaw recovered from that earlier spin to finish in fourth place.
He's been on the podium before, but he's